everybody? This is Anna Bensel. Wow, I almost said my name wrong with developer. I'm a certified blockchain developer and a certified cryptocurrency auditor, and I am here to tell you guys about the wonders, the joys, and the not simplicity. Well, it could be, but basically today we're just going to be doing a digital clock. I think this is a great jumping off point to combine a very minuscule amount of JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. If you have not watched my 3 introduction videos from before, I will put them in the description below, or you can go to my page and we will go through and do this together. So without much further ado, because I want this to be fun and light and not take up too much of y'all's time, we are just going to go ahead and start. So I'm actually going to start by naming this digital clock. And by the way, we are using codepen.io/pen. This is a completely free service you can use on most, if not all, systems. If you all are someone who is in like a school or like a shared computer, you do not have to download anything. This is completely free to use. Doesn't come with any strings attached. Don't have to sign up or do anything. Obviously, I'm not signed up or logged in, so you can see how easy this is. You just pull it up and you go. So this digital clock project, we are going to start out in the JavaScript realm of this, and we are going to do function show time. We are telling basically this to show us the time. I don't know how else to tell it to you, but we're going to do a variable date, which is going to be new date. We will then maybe do it 0 to 23, but we'll come back to that in just a second. We'll do variable h, which is going to be date get hours. That is telling our system to get the hours, and then we are going to, we're not writing this, the computer's not going to read this, 0 to 23, because it's a 24-hour system. Then we will do variable minutes, so VM equals, and you guessed it, date get minutes, parentheses, semicolon, and I'm just gonna do a nice little / 0 through 59, just so we're keeping it all organized. And then last but not least, we are going to do seconds. So we're gonna do variable s equals date get seconds. There we go. And we are going to put that 0 through 59. And then we also have to make a session, which is going to start at AM. So now we're going to go back and use some of my favorite things like we talked about in my JavaScript video. We're going to use an if. And we're going to say if h equal 0. Close that up and then do a curly bracket. Then h equals h minus 12. The session will then be PM. So after the first 12 hours, so we do AM, but if it's 0, we do the first 12, it becomes PM, which you'll look at that. It's awesome. So then let's write another if statement here. So we say if h is greater than 12, we curly bracket it again. HH. I think I messed that up. I think I did. We want H to be 12 up here. Ignore that. And then we're going to do this here instead. Perfect. There we go. -12. Now we will write session, not session, session equals PM. Great. So let's tell it how we want it to look. So we would like H equals H 10. Also, remember to save your work. Oh, well, we're not going to save our work. Question mark 0 plus H is H. Then we're going to do the same with minutes. We'll just change it to M, and seconds. There we go. Got a little thrown off my game. I got so excited. Happens to all of us, though. Okay, so now we have to tell it the time. So we need var time equals H plus, I need to have quotes around this because that's how we are delineating. So hour, dots, minutes, dots, seconds. So we will write plus M plus another one of these plus S plus session perfect. Then we write document dot get element ID, and let's say my clock display dot intertext equals time. And then let's do that again, but we're going to change up one element of this, and instead of saying intertext, we're going to write text content, just like that. Then we'll write set timeout show time 1000. Perfect. And then we are going to let that curly bracket hang out there, and then we'll write show time. Perfect. So let's jump over here to CSS, and then we will write body curly bracket. Let's say background, let's say black. There we go. And let's say clock. Okay, we want the position for this to be absolute. We want to be 50% from the top, so let's write top 50%. Let's write left 50%. We want it to be in the middle. Let's do transform. Translate x negative 50%. And then we're going to copy and paste that one more time. And I'm just telling this where I want this to go. What color do we want? Let's do color. Let's do I7D4 FE. I think that's what it is. I've written down on the side here. Font size. Let's have it be 60 pixels. Font family. You know what, since I like the new Fortnite theme right now, and I like the little people, the little sky people, the little spaceship people, I'm doing Orbitron because I think that's funny. I don't play Fortnite, that would be weird. 7 pixel spacing. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. For HTML, we would just write for us div id equals my clock display. That tells it what's going to be there. The class is going to be equal to a clock, and then on load equals show time. It's letting it know that we want it to show it the time, and then we close up that again. It's /div. Okay, so let me see here. Do I have an error? So I'm going to review this because I know I messed up a little bit here. So we have var date equals new date, and I do have an error because that should be a capital. Get hours, get minutes, get seconds. Oops. Just want that spaced. Var session. This, we have our own if h equals 0. Perfect. That's what I want there. If h is greater than 12, h equals h minus 12, session equals PM. Good. And I just like to double check my code because I think it's important. Even if it's a simple code, I just want to make sure, like you obviously saw I had a spelling error. Wasn't great. That's just sometimes what happens when you forget to put things together correctly. Okay, so h greater than 10. Here we are, m greater than 10. Var time equals h plus dots plus m plus dots plus s plus space. I didn't want anything there. Session, document, get element ID. My clock display is on the inner text. That equals time. Get element ID, my clock display text content equals time. And then set timeout. Perfect. All right. And then again, I want to go through this. Just make sure I have this right. So body, background, clock. Good. Okay. Liking what I see here. Good. I don't want to do anything wrong. And then here, I think I have it correct also. Okay, so my clock display. I think I did have my clock display. Yes, perfect. Class clock. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Oh, it says I have an error. Where's my error? uncaught error element. You're telling me that this is not correct. Interesting. Let me... There we go. Ladies and gentlemen. Her. So that is your clock here. It's going to be in blue. We have it the time. It's 9:41 p.m., obviously. And it's going to be with black background, blue letters, the absolute. Doing okay. We're doing okay. If I want to change out anything, I can just do that here if I want to change how it looks. But I think that's all I wanted to do. So that is a very, very, very simple clock project. Sorry, I had a little bit of an error there. I didn't realize I didn't do the by ID correctly. So that is where we're at. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick, punchy tutorial, knocking this out as quickly as possible. Next, I can do something that offers a little bit more with HTML and CSS and JavaScript. But until then, thank you again so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, concerns, drop them in the comments below, or corrections, because obviously it's 9:40 at night and I got up at 6 this morning, so I have some errors, and this is not the first time that's ever happened in my life. So thank you all so much, and I will see you next time.